Welcome to Nature Walk, the podcast where we explore the wonders of the natural world and delve into the complex relationships between humans and the environment. I'm your host David, and I'm thrilled to have you join me on this journey. Today, we're taking a trip to the lush forests of Brunei, a small country nestled in the heart of Borneo. The construction of a new bridge has brought about significant changes to the region, and we'll be examining the impact it's having on the local wildlife and indigenous communities. The bridge, which cuts through the Lebu Forest Reserve, has opened up more job opportunities for the local communities, but it's also made the forests more accessible to outsiders. This increased accessibility is raising concerns about the potential for overhunting and habitat destruction. The forests of Brunei are home to a stunning array of wildlife, including proboscis monkeys, Borean yellow muntjacs, and hornbills. But what's particularly interesting about this story is the way it highlights the complex relationships between traditional hunting practices, conservation efforts, and infrastructure development. For generations, the indigenous communities in Brunei have practiced traditional hunting methods such as menyulu, which involve walking through the forest for days, using spears to hunt bearded pigs or deer. These practices are not only an important part of their cultural heritage, but also help to maintain a balance with the environment. However, with the increasing development priorities, there's a risk that younger generations will lose interest in preserving these traditional skills and knowledge. The construction of the bridge has already led to an increase in outsiders entering the forests, some of whom are hunting without permission or regard for local customs. This is not only threatening the local wildlife, but also eroding the cultural heritage of the indigenous communities. One species that's particularly vulnerable to these changes is the pangolin. Despite being protected under international law, pangolins are still targeted by hunters in Brunei, and the lack of robust legislation to protect them within the country is a major concern. Conservationists are warning that without proper protection, the pangolin population could be severely impacted. As we explore this story further, we'll be hearing from experts and local community members who are working to balance infrastructure development with biodiversity protection. We'll also be examining the role of traditional ecological knowledge in conservation efforts, and how it can inform more effective strategies for protecting the natural world. The story of Brunei's forests and the impact of the new bridge is a complex one, full of nuances and challenges. But it's also a reminder of the importance of preserving our natural heritage and respecting the cultural traditions of indigenous communities. We'll be right back with more fascinating stories from the natural world on Nature Walk. Welcome back to Nature Walk. I'm your host David. As we continue our journey through the natural world, we find ourselves in the midst of a rather disturbing tale from Kenya. A Spanish tourist has sparked outrage after pouring beer down an elephant's trunk at the privately owned Old Jogi Conservancy Wildlife Sanctuary in Laikipia County. Pause for dramatic effect. The incident, which was caught on camera and posted on social media, shows the tourist drinking from a can of Tusker beer before giving the rest of it to the bull elephant. The video has since been deleted, but not before it was flooded with angry comments from Kenyans, with some calling for the tourist deportation. Whispered excitement. Can you imagine the audacity of this individual? Not only did he put himself in harm's way by getting close to a wild animal, but he also endangered the life of the elephant, as doctor to stalked. Winnie Kiru, a Kenyan biologist and elephant conservationist, so aptly put it, about 95% of elephants in Kenya are wild, and it is wrong to have social media posts that give the impression that you can get close to the elephants and feed them. Measured pacing. The Old Jogi Conservancy, which is home to Grevy's zebras, white rhinoceros, and about 500 elephants, has expressed shock over the incident and is cooperating with authorities to investigate. The Kenya Wildlife Service is also probing the matter, and we can only hope that this will serve as a reminder of the importance of respecting wildlife and their habitats. Dramatic pause. As we reflect on this story, it's essential to consider the broader implications of human behavior on the natural world. Our actions, whether intentional or not, can have far-reaching consequences for the environment and the creatures that inhabit it. It's crucial that we prioritize conservation efforts and educate ourselves about the importance of preserving biodiversity, gentle yet authoritative tone. As we navigate our relationship with nature, it's essential to recognize the delicate balance between humans and wildlife. We must strive to coexist with animals in a way that respects their boundaries and promotes their well-being. The incident in Kenya serves as a stark reminder of the need for responsible tourism practices and the importance of supporting conservation efforts. Building narrative tension. As we move forward, it's crucial that we learn from this experience and work towards creating a culture of respect and appreciation for wildlife. By doing so, we can ensure the long-term survival of species like the elephant and preserve the beauty and wonder of the natural world for future generations. Expression of genuine wonder. The natural world is full of incredible stories, and as we explore these tales, we're reminded of the awe-inspiring complexity and beauty of our planet. From the majestic elephants of Kenya to the intricate ecosystems that support them, every species plays a vital role in the grand tapestry of life. Clear enunciation. As we continue on our journey through Nature Walk, we'll delve into more stories that highlight the importance of conservation, the impact of human behavior on the environment, and the incredible adaptations that have evolved in the natural world. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Nature Walk. Welcome back to Nature Walk. As we conclude our journey through the wonders of the natural world today, I'd like to take a moment to reflect on a different kind of ecosystem, one that's just as vital, yet often overlooked. The world of music and art is an integral part of our cultural fabric, providing solace, inspiration, and a sense of community in much the same way that nature does. Today, I want to share with you a story that highlights the importance of preserving these creative ecosystems. It's a tale of loss and lament, one that echoes the concerns we often discuss regarding the natural world. The Australian National University School of Music is facing a crisis, as proposed changes threaten to dismantle this venerable institution. The School of Music has long been a beacon for musical excellence in Australia, nurturing generations of talented musicians and composers. Its demise would not only be a loss for the music community, but also for the broader cultural landscape. Just as the destruction of a habitat can have far-reaching consequences for an ecosystem, the erosion of our cultural institutions can have devastating effects on our collective heritage. Richard Tognetti, a renowned Australian musician, has eloquently expressed his concerns about the proposed changes. He warns that the loss of specialist training and the dilution of the school's identity will have long-term consequences, not just for the students and staff, but also for the music industry as a whole. The parallels with environmental degradation are striking. Just as we risk losing biodiversity when habitats are destroyed, we risk losing cultural diversity when institutions like the School of Music are allowed to wither. As we consider the fate of this beloved institution, let's remember that our cultural ecosystems are just as fragile and worthy of protection as our natural ones. The music that fills our lives, the art that inspires us, and the stories that connect us are all part of a delicate web of creativity and expression. So, what can we do? We can start by recognizing the value of these cultural institutions and advocating for their preservation. We can support the artists, musicians, and writers who enrich our lives with their work. And we can strive to create a world where both nature and culture are cherished and protected for future generations. That's all for today's Nature Walk. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep exploring your natural world.